Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do have a grand old time with Mr. Spaceman, one of my favorite guests. There's still one thing I didn't say throughout all these videos, which, I don't know, I was jumping around, he was jumping around, and I don't know if you've enjoyed these videos. Please tell me if you have or you have not. And what do you think of the free economic system, our value system? Obviously, we're not going to rewrite the Constitution of the United States, right? We do agree on that, right? I heard in some place you need 37 states to go and forth and do that, to agree onto a certain thing. Now, if we really think about it, there's still tribes that want to be left alone, and they should be left alone. If you really think about it, even in the most biggest cities, the Constitution of the United States, some say was produced too long ago. It's too old. It is out of date. I mean, maybe by speaking more, I will be able to learn more. At the same time, I will want to maybe learn more. At this time, we are just commentators, speculators, and dreamers, and really into earth, space, and politics. What did I want to say about the Constitution of the United States? That what did we want to say about the Constitution of the United States? That in some places of the world, there's still rulers that rule it's still like kings and queens, and that power gets passed down. And I understand not everyone wants to be in a big city or build big cities, and like to stay in the suburbs, or like to stay in like third world countries, I don't know, in the jungles, or in the forests, or the huts, or whatever, wood buildings, brick buildings, whatever. What was the point I was trying to get at? That we are humankind, and the Constitution showed America, and the Constitution should be something that is not only treasured, it should be taught in schools. It should be presented in at a certain grade level. I mean, it should be. This is the praise of America. This is the essence of humankind. That the Constitution, as, I don't know, it was in a certain religion, it's a living, breathing thing, and that's because really wise men and women through their experience and through their experience of life and through their hardship founded this document, realized it's coming to fruition, and there was a lot of strife and wars and yes, there was black slave owners, and yes, there's white slave owners, black slave owners, and let me do my rant again: black men, white men, white men, right men, black men, black men, Batman, Backman, I'm Backman, right man. I'm a young millionaire. Yeah, just not, I would like to be right. No, I'm a white millionaire. And what I'm getting at is, with my speech and my arrangement of words, this is why I studied positive thinking and listened to positive thinking and speakers, and mostly positive speakers who wants to listen to negative speakers, and who wants to uphold the Constitution. Now, if there's bloodshed in a country, there shouldn't be no bloodshed in the country, first and foremost. And because there is no rule of law, that there is no foundation of freedoms, that there is no where there is no, I guess, justice, rule of law. They used to say, whoever holds the gold rules. I guess it's not really. Whoever, in my opinion, as a speaker, the speakership is the gold nowadays. Because while some of you will disagree with America's policies, America's around the world policies, or what have you. I don't know, now since, Trump is running, I guess everyone agrees with the policies. I don't know, maybe there's still some that don't. Anyhow, what am I getting at? Rule of law, speakership. America and Americans, people like me, people that are neighbors, live next door, pursue, I wish they all pursued and spoke out. And I believe not only speakership, I apologize, the idea men, the idea makers, obviously just somebody has an idea. Some are good at ideas, some are good at actually performing those ideas, and some are good at actually building whatever structures, or where one of my best guests is not here, he would say that flying objects. Yesterday I seen somewhere in Russia there's a circle of I don't know what year this was, they mentioned something that it was the year of when Tesla was testing stuff, but there was a circle of about 50 kilometers or miles in circumference, and there was trees that fell or fallen to the sides. And there is no impact crater, is what they're saying. They're just like crop circles or what have you. But I don't know if I want to go down that road without one of my favorite guests and experts on this matter. I just want to speak because when he gets on, he just loves to speak about this, and I really love his passion. But we have to save this for some other, save the conversation, the genius, and the certain topics for another time and day. And as far as the Constitution, I was getting somewhere. Oh yes, it's just. The Constitution is just. It's made by people, for the people, and by the people and for the people. And what else do I want to say? Made for the people and by the people and for the people, and it's one of the my not only wish. Oh, and another thing about Americans and other people like Americans, and I know there's great people in all the world. They would give you their shirt off their back. There's good people and there's so not so good people, but most of them are good. Most of the people are good people, right? In my belief. And what was I heading at? That, yes, the speakership. Now, everyone's speaking their ideas, their point of view on certain subjects, and I'm sure, to me, the best idea at that time is that leader that thought it up, and whoever in the next day or thinks of another big, great, better idea is that leader for that day or week or month or year. The ideas keep flowing, and those are the leaders. And keeping like civil, life civil, and in a matter of speaking, just continue the conversation, like a good politician would tell you. Acting. I don't like the word acting in politics. We should be speaking, and we should act on it and do something. Or I don't know. I've never understood that really that much. Maybe I will come to understand that. In fact, I didn't watch politics in a long time. It's just what I've heard and got on off TV or the radio, and I don't really the news. Yeah, it's the news it's tough business. I mean, the newsmakers making up news. I mean, for what purpose? I don't know. Just to be their news. If there's no more news outlets. I mean, I understand it to be that somebody once said, and this was in. I believe I don't want to. I think it was in Russia, but it might have been Eastern Europe or maybe it was Europe or what have you. That too much information for a person is not good, or it's disinformation, and so on and so forth. There's people that will enjoy what I and you have to, and you, me and you, what we have to say. They will enjoy our voice. They will enjoy our common ground. And I want the Constitution to be a common ground where it triumphs. I like how some news outlet put out something about Trump and then triumphs. That was cool. I like that. Whoever it was, Trump triumphs. That was nice. I like that. In fact, I respect all people. I mean, I do respect a lot of politicians, whether they be right-leaning or left-leaning, and presidents. To me, the most of the country picked a president, and there is no meddling of any kind by another government. You went to that box with your ballot. Some of them are electronic, but very little. You went with your ballot sheet and you stood in the whatever, and you picked your candidate. Now, in my opinion, there's a couple things I still don't understand in the politics. Some kind of colleague, how they pick these candidates to run. I mean, to me, from the poorest to the richest, they should go around pound sand and I mean pound doors and not sand, not sandbags. Go pound on doors. What was I thinking? Why would I say sand? Pound on doors. Go through 3,000, 7,000 in your little area of cities, towns, and then get votes and get chosen that way. Primaries and secondaries. I don't know what they're called. I don't know. Maybe it is a good system. Maybe they are vetted people. I mean, maybe it's trustworthy people. It's just something I don't understand. It's maybe not a popularity contest, but you, sir, you know who I'm talking about. That only one person that in the other clip I said that we still make music for the masses for a certain group. Whereas the politicians, and I hold you in contempt, sir. I forgot, I heard it somewhere, I wanted to say it, and I said it. I hold you in contempt for whatever I seemingly did or say at your where you invited me to your party. So I guess you won't speak to me. I will not speak to you, and I will hold you in contempt, sir. As long as we are speaking, this is the American way, in my opinion, and I've learned this. As long as you have enemies and friends that are still speaking to each other, that keep the conversation going and saying what they like or dislike about whatever that situation might be, and things will get better. Things should get better, will get better, and what else? Things should get better, will get better, and I believe America is one of the leaders, and as far as capabilities go, it's one of the top leaders, and it will remain so because of its constitution. And I say, not only, well, I've heard this what I will tell you in some other conversation, that the reason America is America because it was never attacked. This is what, where are they? Gosh darn it. I've been doing this for 20 minutes and they're still not here. The reason why America is America is that America was never, well, aside from Pearl Harbor, that it was never physically attacked and so on and so forth. Oh, shit. I gotta stop this. See you guys.